Hi everyone, welcome back to the tasting room. I'm here with Katy Long. My name is Chris Lafleur, and we're tasting one of my favorites from this most recent release. This is the 2018 Petit Verdot from Atlas Peak in Napa Valley. So I gotta warn you, Katy, this one's a bit of a beast. So let's see how you like it. Have you drank a lot of Petit Verdot on its own?
You know, I have had a little bit of exposure to Petit Verdot, but this one's gonna be a new one for me, so I am excited to see what this one presents as.
Well, I do find it to be truly a beast. Boy, oh girl, it's going to stain your teeth. It's a delightful wine though. Is that a thing that you can say, that a wine is a beast but also delightful?
Delightfully beastly? I don't know, that's a good question.
Maybe it's a delightful, hey, you know what? Beauty and the Beast, there's a delightful beast.
Oh my goodness.
This is Beauty and the Beast. But this wine
will do that to us?
Yeah, this one brings it out. So Petit Verdot, as we know, is a blending grape from the Bordeaux region. You can see how dark that is already.
Jeez. Okay, so this is staining my glass.
Yes, really, really dark.
So there's a couple things going on here. Not only is it super dark, but those tears, those legs, there's a lot going on. What's the alcohol on this?
We're at 15.6.
Okay.
That's what it's labeled.
Okay.
So as far as we know, that's correct. But it could be higher because this is pretty powerful.
Wow.
A little background on Petit Verdot, I'll just throw it out there. This is a Bordeaux blending variety, but typically not blended in larger than 5 to 10% of a blend, because it is so dark, it is so staining, that it would completely overpower a wine if it was more than that. So this is a wine that contributes strength, structure, color, and also exotic aromatics. So let's see if we can find some.
I sometimes get like a lilac or a blue purple flower.
I think of like jumping jacks and violets. You know jumping jacks, the little ones? No? Maybe I'm from Nova Scotia, it's a Nova Scotian thing.
Wow, wow. Speaking of blue fruit, blueberry, bramble, but wow, there's just, I see what you mean about beastly, but it's beastly but balanced.
Yeah, it is inky.
That is a lot of wine. There's viscosity, there's alcohol, there's flavor, there's fruit, but this oak and spicy element, I think we need to talk about the tannins. The reason why this is used in Bordeaux is partially, yes, the color, the tannin, the structure. It gives this palate presence, and that finish is just insane. This is a big, young, bold, beastly red wine.
Yeah.
But it's not angular.
Yeah. It's also not actually young, because this is a 2018. So it's interesting to think of it like this feels like a youthful red. And that says to me that this can age even longer than it already has. So here we are in February 2023. This is a wine from 2018. And it probably has, like, if you were gonna pick an age range, how much longer would you say you got to drink this?
Well, first of all, I don't think I'd say it was merely 5 years. 5 years away from the harvest. I would have expected it to be younger, newer than that. And just based on the alcohol, the tannins, the generosity of the fruit, even though it's big, I think this could easily go 10 years. I'm not necessarily a big fan of super aged wines. I think I've got what I call a California palate, a New World palate. I really do like fruit forward wines, but I think there's so much stuffing, so much oomph in this wine that it really could, even for my palate, I think it could go 10 years. It would be exciting to see what would happen.
I'd like to see this after 10.
What do you think this would be like with 5, 10 years?
I think with 5, 10 years, and I'm gonna say 5, because I think that I wanna keep it to that, just because this is a very big wine, and I'm noticing that there's a lot of alcohol and tannin here, but I'm not talking a lot about acidity. It is there, but it's not overpowering.
Good call.
So to make sure this wine still feels fresh, I'm gonna say 5. But I think that 10 is also not an unreasonable call, because who knows what a beast like this is gonna do. I think in 5 years, this is gonna see some tannins that are softer. I think the fruit is gonna unpack itself, and not only will this feel like a lot of black and blue fruit, but maybe a little bit of red, and the individual fruits will stand out more blackberry, more cassis, more blueberry. And I think that the violet aromatics and like the purple flowers are also gonna sing when this has had a little bit more time.
And what would you pair this with?
Oh boy, with this. I think that it's
Friday night.
A Friday night with a white tablecloth, a large decanter. I think because of the nature of this wine and because it does need time to open up, not just now, but maybe even in 5 years, you need a decanter for this. And to put this in the decanter and sit it on the table means that you probably want to have a nice meal with this. So a very fine ribeye with fingerling potatoes and some asparagus would be delightful pairings to go alongside this. I know that's a little bit frou-frou.
Pinkies up, maybe?
Pinkies up for sure. But I mean, that's how I would want to enjoy this. I want to, this is such a good wine, I want to taste it at its best. So I want the best conditions for it. And barring having a decanter, giving it that 5 to 10 years is gonna be able to give it that ageability that it needs.
Maybe the decanter is a little easier for most people to do than the 5 to 10 years. But I was going full dad joke in my mind for a second there and thinking, if you want to encourage good banter, grab a decanter. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
This is the first time I've gotten Chris, so this is a personal moment of victory for me.
Oh, tortured metaphors and dad jokes are where I like to live, so that was incredible. Awesome. Well, Katie, I think we should go and finish these glasses. With that, we'll see you at the next glass.
Cheers.
Ting!